Yeah, you are listening to 100.9 FM. This is KWTN, the Big Voice Radio, the official radio station of the Winnebago Tribe in Nebraska. You are listening in, you are tuning in to the Big Voice Sports Talk Show. This is your host, Coach Q, and right here,
B-Luv is in the house.
B-Luv is in the house. B-Luv, we are back again.
We're back, y'all. We're back.
Yeah, man. Hey, I had a good time doing the recent episode about the football.
Yep.
You know, we killed it. I think we got a good response and everything like that. And I think a lot of people are going to join in on those conversations, especially about the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
For sure.
And I'm real kind of fired up to go watch the Winnebago's football team this weekend. And then also, like we talked about, we got to try to get in some of those other games, man.
Yep. I definitely want to try to get down to Wall Hill and watch how that six-man stuff works.
Yeah, and I definitely want to get down to Omaha Nation to see how they're doing with that 3-0 record they got too.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
man, it's gonna be an exciting fall season of sports here, you know.
Yep.
And speaking of fall season sports, you know, there's other sports that are going on. Fall time here in Nebraska, we have girls golf.
Yep.
Okay. Not really a big thing right now. Ever since little landslide, Kelsey,
yeah.
since she graduated, you know, I haven't really heard of any girls doing real good competition or big competition.
Well, from last year, yeah. Well, but we got Coach Kenny Blackhawks back now with the girls, so he took a year off from coaching.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that's what I was going to say too. Like, a lot of the parents out there, I don't think they even know that Coach Ken is back over there at the school coaching golf. And so you parents out there that have girls that are interested in golf, you know, that maybe kind of, you know, dabble around, hitting the ball around in the backyard or something like that, you know.
Yep.
Hey, Coach Kenny's a good one, man. Latch on.
And your parents, that's definitely a sport to get into. Back when we were in high school, we just wanted to play basketball and football and stuff like that. Didn't pick up softball or baseball until later on in life. But if they had golf available back then, I definitely would pick it up, because I try to play a lot, you know. And it's fun, it's relaxing, and you can make great friends, and you know, all over the place with that. It's fun. So you folks should get your kids involved.
Yeah,
in
bro. Historically, I mean, we take it way back. Historically, like golf has been a kind of a makate sport, right?
Yeah. And
you know, kind of uppity, kind of country club type kind of sport. You know, I've seen some movies from just recently about some old brown skinned people on the golf course, and they wasn't allowed back in the day. You know. They would make them, you can be here, but you gotta be in the kitchen. And they're like, you know. And so, like, you can't get away with that nowadays. You know, you can't get away with that stuff nowadays. Yeah. But since then, you know, like every race, every person of color is into golf.
Yeah, it is.
Every size, every shape, every color, you know, everybody's into golf now.
Yep. And I mean, like I said, you get out a lot. I mean, when you can, when the wife unhooks the leash a little bit.
Yeah.
But or when she's out of town.
Oh yeah, let's go.
And but you know, like you said, you know, it's just it's fun. It's relaxing. You get out there, and if you get around the right group of guys, it just makes it that much fun. Everybody likes to talk their smack, and when you get around same type of guys, and they want to play for money, and then a lot of them are better than you, so it's like you put your money away. You know what I mean? I just got back from
then I'll go off on a different branch off of that, and sometimes hitting the golf course can just be just meditation. You know, especially if you're out there by yourself or just with one other person.
Yep. It's
quiet out there, you know, and you get to actually sit back and relax and relax your mind. Let your concept be free, you know.
Oh, nice. Go ahead, keep going.
That's what it's going. But yeah, so anyway, so girls golf is going on right now in the fall, and we also got cross country here in Winnebago now. So glad that they've got cross country. It's one of the sports that I wish we had back in the day.
Yeah, that's too much running.
I mean, I would have played football anyway, but I wish we would have had the option to play or to run cross country, because think of all the guys that didn't go out for football that could have went and did something anyway.
Sure.
When did something else, but that's football all we had.
And then, I mean, back then too, you thought about it too. Pops always wanted us to play football. He said, because that's going to toughen you up for basketball.
Yeah.
We were basketball players. That. I mean, we both played football too. We were both pretty decent at it. But basketball was our sport, but cross country wasn't available.
Yeah.
Like I said, track was available. Only reason I went out for track is just to get out of school early. I wasn't real big on a runner. I wasn't real fast or anything like that, but I could eat a brown bag lunch.
Yeah, being at these meets and remembering track back in the day, that was a good sport to go out to get out of school for a full day.
Yep.
And it was the only sport that you actually got to go and hang out with your friends from other schools all day.
Yeah.
So you think about it, you play football, you play volleyball, you play basketball, and you got to play against your friends from the other school. You just go do the competition, and maybe after the game, say what's up, and all right, then say all right, then
Yeah.
But track and cross country, I mean, everybody's out there all day long, and it's like, man, you get time to hang out with your buddies from other schools, visit, shoot. I think even people, they ask people out to homecoming and stuff like that down there, at these meets and stuff, from asking people from different schools. Sure. That happens all the time too.
Yep.
It's pretty fun. But since we are talking about cross country, we can go ahead and get into cross country, because cross country was actually on our list of things that we're going to talk about today. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. And so cross country, okay, I'm just going to bring this up real quick. Cross country, Winnebago's got probably about 10 boys out and about another 8 girls out.
Okay.
And I've been to a number of these meets already, and my 2 boys are running, and Adrian LaPointe, DJ LaPointe, Duta Aldrich, Ho Hump. There's a whole group of those boys, and they're all running. Some of those guys are running for wrestling. They're not running to place or anything.
Yeah.
They're not running to
be in shape.
They're running because wrestling's coming up pretty soon.
And so is basketball.
And they're getting there,
Getting their legs and their wind ready for it. Yeah.
So far, we've had 1, 2, 3, I think 4 meets so far. Okay. So let me rewind it before we talk about our meets. Okay. Rewound it to last year. Last year for Isanti, the Isanti Warriors, a young man by the name of Kellen Medina.
Mm-hmm.
He was their all-star runner up there for cross country, and he actually qualified for the state cross country meet last year and ran real good. I'm not exactly sure what he placed last year at the state level, but he made a state, made his people up there proud.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this year, Kellen transfers down to Winnebago.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's running for Winnebago, and the first meet of the season, he gets first place.
First place, I've seen it.
So, and then he's been nursing a sore ankle, but he's back to probably about 95 to 97%.
Nice.
Still sore a little bit, but but they're doing well.
Good.
And then they're also doing well as a team. They have Rockman, Raheem, Adrian, and DJ all been placing top 20.
Okay.
And maybe top 25 to put it at the furthest level.
Yeah.
Well, there's 120, 130, 140 runners. So all of our boys finishing, top 25.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
That's good. Yeah.
So Coach Barry Bono is really excited about this season, because he's got and the girls coach too. They have Tressa Big Bear coming back from going to state last year,
and every year she ran,
and she did real good, and she's coming off of that. And then there's some girls that are kind of following her too, and so they have a number of girls that are out there. There's got to be about 8 girls out there. Those basketball players, the Grand girls, the little Grand girls, the little fast ones. They're all out for cross country. And so the coaches are really excited this year about the teams, because they think with the times that the kids are finishing as a team, not anybody in particular individual, but as a team, they're excited that they could qualify for the state meet at the end.
Good.
As a team.
Good. I also seen little granddaughter Marley running too. I think she's running cross country.
Yeah, Marley Littleberry.
Yeah, I see her running around out there. And what's kind of cool is sometimes when you see them running out on the roads, and then they're doing the wellness center, doing the walking wellness, and then you see the high schoolers running by them and stuff like that. But what I kind of like for every time that those high school runners are running by, they always kind of slap each other fives. No matter what, girls, boys, whatever.
Okay.
I just think it's pretty cool that when they do that, it's kind of showing them, hey, keep it up, let's keep going, we're a squad. It's pretty cool.
Some of those walking wellness kids see that, they might say, hey, that's what I want to do after and I get my up to that age right there. Yep. So that's good, man. Cool. So actually tomorrow, the cross country, they meet up at, I guess, our home course over in Pender, Pender Golf Course. So they're Twin Creeks. They have a big meet over there tomorrow. So, good luck to the boys and girls out there in that cross country. It is a sport, and like you said, a lot of those kids, they don't really know that they're runners, because that culture of runners is kind of real rare around here. Remember, Wally was a good runner back in the day, Wally Earth, and then Diami, a good runner. And you could just probably pick good runners out of one hand, Then you got to go way back in the day, like Darryl LaPointe and Dig Darrell and John Smith and all those athletes from back in the day that we remember hearing that they were good runners back in the day.
And we said this before last year when Diami was doing it last year, whatever we were doing it a year and a half ago. I wanted to do a show. We'd bring Diami up a lot. But we've brought this up before, like if you're, these guys are interested in doing cross country and kind of some of the younger ones, they just have their folks pull up the old Running Brave, the Billy Mills story, and have them watch that. That's a good little, something to, they can feed off of and say, hey, that's something I want to do. That whole story of Billy Mills, I think that say anything is possible as a native runner and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool. I'd probably go home and watch that movie tonight.
I probably will too. You might as well just throw it out there too, because not too many people know about that movie, especially nowadays, because that was an old school movie. So, but Billy Mills is actually still alive, and he still travels to reservations all across the United States, and I think even overseas, and does stuff. He just, ever since he won the gold medal back in the day, he's always just been out there representing himself and the world of running, and then always proud to be Ogallala, right?
That's right.
Yes, indeed. So anybody ever out there that didn't see the movie Running Brave, you got to look it up, and it has to be on one of the devices, right? It's got to be on there somewhere. And if you just go to search and find it.
And if you guys didn't know, one of our own Winnebago tribal members plays Billy Mills, Wayne Kelsey Sr.
Wayne T.
Remember when he was little, we used to call Wayne T. Billy Mills all the time?
Robbie Benson was his name.
Benson,
But Wayne T looked just like him, or he looked just like Wayne T.
Yeah, one of the two back when they're both young. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a good story though. Good story. Yeah, so anyway, cross country. So you guys, good luck in your meet coming up, and then the only advice I can give cross country runners, especially as a team, dude, stick together and then catch the guy in front of you. But guy in front, don't slow down. The guy in front, be the pacer, and you be the guy and just pace him, go. And the rest of you guys just stay with him. Stay with him. And then when it gets down to the last stretch there, then everybody just go all out. I mean, it's easy for me to say, but
But I mean, I'm already getting winded just thinking about it, bro. Trying to breathe hard over here.
So I'm gonna, before we kind of leave, because we talked a little bit about Coach Ken in the golf squad, and it is girls golf season. But one thing that I wanted to mention, and that's a good picture right there they had. But on October 3rd, right? October 3rd, up in Rapid City, South Dakota, L&I holds a golf tournament up there, and it's for all the schools that are in the L&I circle. And then it's really kind of open up to, it's not a school function, but you could send people from our res up there to represent Winnebago. So, but that's on October 3rd. And I believe we're trying to take about 3 or 4 boys up for that golf meet up there. It's the boys competition on October 3rd.
Cool.
And yeah, we're going to be doing some fundraising here in the next couple of weeks. So if you guys are out there,
is that school representing the school or just
it's representing Winnebago?
Well, because Coach Kenny's Blackhawks son, KJ, my grandson KJ, he played golf for Bancroft Rose Lee.
Yeah.
But he's enrolled Winnebago travel member, so and he's actually a pretty decent golfer too. So
yeah, Coach Ken has a golf meet on that day.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, so wow, that wouldn't work out for him then.
Yeah. So last year, me and Coach Huge brought a group of 5-6 boys up, and they did real good. So just wanted to see if or make sure that Winnebago was represented up there again this year. So we've got some golfers,
That'd be cool.
Rakeem, Free Bass, and then Jerry Earth. He's a long bomb hitter, and then Callum Medina also golfs too. He golfed for Santee last year, so we got some experience coming in for this year, and it'll be a good one. So
I seen the Earth Boys. I golfed with. Oh my goodness, I can't remember.
Oscar?
Maybe it was Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, they're okay.
Yeah.
They can play.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
They're looking to. They want to go up there and they want to go to LNI and they want to place not just as a team, but they want to place and try to bring some of that hardware home.
Yeah, I like that for Hanega. He took he takes a lot of his grandkids around and gets them going in golf.
Yep.
And it started off with Kenny Boy, and then then even OC's daughters. What's the youngest one that was really Charlie, yeah, she's the real good athlete.
Yeah.
And yeah, she golfs, and then the little brothers too. So it's just like, so I was impressed when I golfed with them or seen them golf, and I was like, hey, all right,
yeah,
these guys are kind of following their Choka's his path,
Yeah, and then they all help coach each other, like this and that,
Yeah.
And there's enough of them, just like how when we go out, we try to kind of give each other tips, or this is what I do, or hey, I did this, or just to kind of help each other out. And that's a good way to be out there in the course.
Yeah.
Make yourself better. So, there's some pictures right up there. Look at those guys, man. Look at that coach on the right hand side, man. He's slim. Look at Huge. He's lifting his leg up like he's taking a picture for TikTok picture.
I'm gonna go ahead and just leave that picture alone right there.
All right. But yeah, we're gonna go up and try to represent again on October 3rd. So I'll make sure and let everybody know how the results go on that when that time comes.
Cool.
All right. So we're gonna talk a little bit about. Let's talk a little bit about junior high volleyball, bro.
Okay.
Let's talk a little bit about junior high volleyball.
Yeah, I went down to watch a couple of games. They probably played. I know they played over in Emerson, and they had A, B, and C teams over there. So there's a bunch of girls out for junior high volleyball.
For both teams?
For Winnebago's team. So obviously over there too, because over in Emerson they got like about 13 schools represented over there. Doug Macklin's over there running the show. So
yeah.
But anyway, they had they actually played 3 games. Yeah, C team played 2 out of 3. The B team played 2 out of 3.
So that was the first game you went to go watch?
Yeah.
Lauren, let me ask you something before you go on to the next game.
Okay.
What you saw with our girls, our junior high girls, what you saw being an experienced volleyball player and a fan of the game, what did you see that impressed you, and then what do you think they need to work on?
There's a little bit of, there's things for each team.
Yeah.
The C team, obviously, they're the ones that need to play a lot more and learn the game a little more. So they're kind of like the younger ones that are a little more inexperienced. Maybe they didn't really play in like peewees and stuff like that growing up. So it's kind of their first timers playing. So they pretty much got to work on everything, but they're out there having fun.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So that's all you can ask for on those on that level there. The B team, they're obviously better and a little better than the C team, but there's potential out there for them. Now the A team, they all look like there's a big jump from watching them play in 7th grade last year to this year, and I was impressed. I was impressed in that game. They got beat 2 close games. I think it was 25-23 both games, 25-21, something like that. Just a few things, but with that at that age, it's like if they mess up, they get down on themselves real bad.
And then girls kind of get embarrassed and stuff like that, and so kind of shut down a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, my next question is, so then the game you went to go watch last night, was there a big difference, or was there a difference between how they played the first game?
Definitely.
So tell me about that.
Definitely. Okay, so
that's what I want to know.
So it was a tournament. So obviously it was the A team. It was just like they had a mixture of A and B. And there was a 4-team tournament down in Bancroft. Obviously Winnebago and Bancroft, and then Macy and Wall Hill. Winnebago played Macy. Bancroft played Wall Hill, and Bancroft made quick work of Wall Hill. Winnebago, a little slow start against Macy, but ended up handling the business. And bro, I was impressed. I mean, you know me, I'm biased when it comes to my grandkids, but Cassidy, jump serve, 8th grade, knows how to jump serve, and then she's spiking it hard. And then Letty, Hewlett, she's gonna be really good too. But all of them girls, Rock, Blackfish's daughter, Tuli, I think her name. She's really good. Little Liz Smith's daughter is really good. I don't really know too many of their names, but they got a little core that's really good. And then my wife's niece, Adriana, has 2 daughters playing, and John Snowball and Hodge's daughter, tall, like really tall, and she's in 7th grade, and she's gonna be a handful once she gets her coordination down. And and in basketball too, she's gonna be a handful because she's already about 5'10". So it's gonna work out good. So anyway, their team really played real good against Macy. They ended up getting them. So when they played Bancroft, then my other granddaughter, Layla Blackhawk, starting on the A team for them as a 7th grader, and just to see them all playing against each other, it was tough. I had a Facebook post, and I was like, man, it's tough. Who do you got to cheer for both teams, but you don't want one grandbaby feeling a certain way, cheering wise, so it's tough to watch it, but it made me proud because they both played really good, man. It was impressive, man. I was like, I was impressed, bro.
That's good. Yeah. Okay, that's why I asked the question, because it just boils down to, do you see him learning? And obviously you see him learning, because you saw him already this season, way more impressive than last season. Yeah. And then a few games into it, then they're even more impressive. So that's that learning process. So
I can't wait for her to get to high school.
You just gotta tell when you get time to tell Cassie that whoever the leader is on a team, tell them to just hype everybody up every time before a game, and hype everybody up when it comes to getting to the gym. And if they really think they're gonna be like a volleyball team, then they gotta play all the time. So just like
everything. You gotta, if you want to be good at it, you can't just play during the season. You gotta practice all the time. That's how our little brother Willie, how he got being real good. He's out there playing volleyball by himself against the house. Yeah. So it's like, what the heck?
Yeah, those how many busted windows, but then after a while, there's no busted windows because you start controlling that volleyball, that's how it is. You just gotta spend that time. Spend that time. Well, hey man, good. Congratulations so far with the girls volleyball squads. All 3 of the teams in A, B, and C. And just the only thing I would say is just continue on working hard and practice, you girls. Yep. And because high school is right around the corner.
That's right.
Right around the corner. Yep. And since we're talking about the high school girls volleyball, let's go. DJ Besme pulled up some pictures and some posts right there of the girls volleyball team looking impressive. We got some height right there because there's Chujang right there, Nadia, and I know Nadia's pretty tall. She's like 5'7", 5'8" maybe. And then next to her is Todd and Mary's daughter. And she looks taller. She looks like about at least 5'8", 5'9".
Wait,
maybe about 5'9".
See Tiara.
Tiara like 6'3".
She's 6'7".
No way.
Yeah. Yep, he's got to be about 6'6", 6'7". He's big, kid.
Oh, dude. Oh, and then Vargas, Danae, Carlos's daughter, she's tall too. Because she plays middle in basketball.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, the girls Winnebago girls volleyball team, off to a little slow start. I think they might have won one game. I think Coach Darla said that the girls work really hard in practice, and they have a lot of upperclassmen leadership this year. Don't have the same numbers as last year. Graduated out a number of girls last year too. So, but there's some pictures. There's Danny Harlan. I know Danny's a veteran. She comes in and brings a lot of good leadership out there.
It seems like she's been in high school for a long time because she's been starting and playing a lot as a freshman.
As a freshman.
So it seems like she's been in high school for a long time, but it's because she's out there all the time for the last 3-4 years.
You see her all the time out there,
Yeah, she's a good little athlete. Her sisters were good athletes too.
So I just look at that team and I think, that it just can take some time for these girls to gel, and all I could do is just continue on encouraging the coaching staff to keep making the girls work. I know Coach Darla and the other coaches, they're really dedicated to try to teach these girls the game. Winnebago, Winnebago got put on the map back in the 90s in volleyball.
Late 80s.
Late 80s, right.
Yeah.
And they really gave Winnebago a good name around here.
Yeah.
And then since then, we had some decent teams, we had some decent athletes, but it just goes again. It's like if you want a really good team, you have to train all year long.
Yeah.
You have to.
And for some of the younger listeners, us old heads, we're like I said, we're kind of biased when it comes to the late 80s and stuff. That's kind of when we were in high school. But we had some lady athletes that just set the tone, especially in volleyball. But they were good in volleyball and basketball. I mean, I could say a couple of names like the late Dawn Snow. We called her Binky. She was just an all-around athlete and short, only about 5'6", 5'7", but kind of wide body. But she was good. She was good in volleyball, and basketball, and then there's another name, Trish Smith, Monica Hunter. Who else do we have? Darla set the bar high when it comes to girls basketball or volleyball. My wife Patrice, her classmate Rona, Teresa Smith, the late Teresa Smith, the late Jolene Parker. These are just to name a few that was kind of there when we were in high school, and they're a little, our age, if not a little older. But we can go on and on. But there were some athletes back then, y'all.
Yeah, and I remember like the gyms used to be packed from top to bottom. They weren't big gyms though.
No,
but still they were packed, and you don't really see a packed house for volleyball in Winnebago.
Yeah.
And it sometimes I feel bad for the kids, for the community not coming out and supporting as much as they do as when they're winning. Mm-hmm. But it really does like kind of show like, well, your family's always supporting you, so you look out and you see your family there, But then, like there's if there's an NBA game up there and they're playing the Washington Wizards, I'm not gonna try to go watch the Washington Wizards play,
Yeah.
But I just think that's kind of how sports fans are, Like a couple years ago, I'm not trying to bring up the old Husker stuff, but we went down, watched the game, student section. There was a whole bunch of areas up there that weren't saddened, and it was a game. I was like, wow. But then the hype this year, those seats are filled. Yeah. Those seats are.
Well, I don't know what game you was at, but the Husky games are usually packed.
Yeah, it was
every time until about the third quarter, and then that's when they start filtering out. Because by then your back hurts, your butt hurts from sitting in those chairs. It's just I've been down to plenty of them, so it's just Hey, I'm off ready. I'm all ready for that Friday. We got a big game Friday.
So the Winnebago Lady Indians, they were in a battle last night against Ponca. I believe no score reported right on that one, but I think Ponca pulled that one off, and it looks like their next game is going to be against Bancroft, and that is Thursday night. Tomorrow night at 5:00. And then it looks like Saturday they travel up to Santee, and it looks like some morning games up there. It must be a triangular or something like that, or a tournament, you know.
Yeah, probably.
So and then a big game. Oh no, it says it right there. They play Santee and Omaha Nation. Scroll down a little bit more, Beth. And Wall Hill. Look at that game. So it's not a triangular, it's a tournament. So those same teams are almost the same teams that you said a while ago, but this must be like the all res, the all Nebraska res tournament, you know.
Yeah. Yep.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to see some outstanding res volleyball, looks like there's a tournament. Beth, does that even say? It doesn't say it's at Santee. Where does it say where it's at? Well, yeah, I guess it does look like Santee. So
we might have to make sure. We don't want to get you guys.
We'll make sure, but there's a tournament on Saturday, and we'll make sure. Just look on the Big Voice Facebook page under this show link,
or even the Winnebago Public School page on Facebook. You should be able to find it.
Thank you, Alan.
Yeah, we don't got it on here. We might be sending you guys to Santee, and then their tournament's being held down in Omaha Nation or something.
Well, since we're talking about a couple of those teams, let me just go ahead and I got a little bit of information on the teams that we're talking about. Santee, I didn't get too much information. I just know that they are off to a slow start. They have low numbers, but they are really working hard in practice. And the girls are giving everything they got, and I know some of those Santee girls basketball team. I know they got some good athletes on that basketball team. So if they're good athletes in basketball, they should be able to play volleyball pretty good. They just got to pick it up, you know.
Yeah.
So that's
their numbers are low too. That that always helps, because I mean, how do you practice if you don't have enough to practice? You know, so it's tough to. So they're in a tough spot, but hopefully them girls will.
In the past couple of years, I did notice that Santee, for the girls' sports, they get low numbers. I'm not sure exactly what the enrollment is at the school, but it does seem like I remember that one season they started off the season with 6 girls, and I think when their team pictures came out, they only had 5.
Oh wow!
And so they went the full season with just 5 girls.
Wow!
And they couldn't fall out.
Huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So but then it's not like that every year. It's been like that a little bit, So anyway, good luck to the Santee girls.
Yep, good luck.
Especially in this tournament coming up. And then the Walt Hill girls, they I believe they said they're 2-2 or something like that. But they got a couple good wins. They did win a triangular the other day. I believe it was with Santee and Winnebago, I believe.
Maybe.
So they're doing pretty good. And then one of the girls down there is, I'll tell you in a second, she's doing really good. And she's, how they keep the max preps stats and whatnot like that. Well, she is Brycelyn Grant is leading the district in aces.
Wow.
With 20 aces in 8 games. So I don't know what kind of serving that she does, but this young lady, Brycelyn Grant, must have a really heck of a good serve.
Yeah.
She's currently 14th in the state.
Wow.
For Walt Hill's class in aces. So shout out to that young lady for even getting your name up on the board like that.
For sure, yeah.
And I always remember there is a stat. There's a stat for the volleyball, and the stat is just like a free throw percentage, your serving percentage. Dude, if I knew that the serving percentage, as long as you get it over, and then you could count that as a made free throw.
Yeah.
Dude, I just serve underhand every time.
100%.
100% every time. At the end of the year, I'd be like, leading the state, yo.
Yeah, unless you hit that wart on your thumb or
unless you hit those 2 warts in your thumb.
Kick that ball off to the side.
Yeah, so anyway, good luck to Wall Hill in that tournament. So you guys are in that tournament too.
Keep
so
that up, young lady. Keep that up.
And then, so the last team of the group is the Omaha Nation girls team. Now, I think we've been talking about, we talked about their volleyball team a lot last year, their basketball this past year as well. And so I'm just going to go ahead and just talk about these 2 young ladies. And they have a whole team, but it's the Twin Towers down there.
Yeah, the Parker girls.
Walker girls.
Walker girls.
So Daleen and Desmond, I always kind of tell you guys are my favorite twins, because Dude, I just imagine them going to school here in Winnebago, and be in the gym with them all the time, teach you up there, teach them post-up moves, and get them working down low and stuff. And but their squad is undefeated, and they're coming off I believe it was a 18-2 season from last year or something. It's something like that. It was a really good season last year, and so they're looking to do better this year.
Nice.
And the girls are 1 year older, 1 year stronger, 1 year more experienced,
and then they got 1 more year after that.
And they got one more. Yeah, they got 1 more year.
I heard they're only juniors. I told grandbaby Cassidy, I said, Cass, when you're gonna be a freshman, those 2 big girls are gonna be seniors. She's kind of made a face like, ooh. I said, stay outside and
just shoot threes then. No, but they're having a good season right now, and I really think that tournament up in Santee is gonna be a fun one to watch.
Yeah.
So, the entire Omaha Nation girls team, good luck and congratulations on a good season so far.
Yep,
and just keep on pushing.
Yep, you guys make your way up there. Head out a little early. Stop in Martinsburg. Get yourself a Bud's Burger. I think that's what's called. Our Bills. Bills or Bud's is a.
I know it's a big burger though.
Yeah, there's that burger joint or that little bar in Martinsburg that give you about a 3-pound burger. Yeah, it's about big as your plate.
Yeah, they better send us a couple bucks over here for saying their name.
For advertising,
No, but hey, I've been there too. Check it out. I actually been there just recently, and on the way, Jess ordered the burgers.
Yep.
And it was 4 of us. Okay, we need 4 burgers, and what do you want? And I said, I want fries. Oh, cheese balls. Oh, this, oh, that. So everybody got cheese balls, onion rings, fries, and cheese balls. Yep. Man, they brought out a big old giant plate of those things, man.
Each. Yep, a plate of each.
That was like 3 weeks ago, and
really,
they're still in my fridge, leftovers. You're making rid of them things. They're Ziploc. They're good.
Just joking. That place is good. We went up to the Santee when they played basketball up there the last year, and then I took one of my daughters and my granddaughters, and we took off and we stopped up there, and then they're trying to order the same way, just like that. I said, no, we're splitting. Yeah, we're splitting because I know already. They didn't know.
Man, I know now.
Yeah.
I know now. No, we're ordering one side.
We're all splitting. We're all splitting. You guys probably won't even, if you guys all eat that burger, you guys probably won't even eat a side. I mean, that's crazy.
Well, I guess before we change the subject from volleyball, I just wanted to remind everybody Saturday the tournament between Winnebago, Walt Hill, Santee, and Omaha Nation, and check on the Winnebago Public Schools Facebook page to find out the location of that. On this one it says Santee, but it's not 100%.
And for for you families that have girls in junior high, there's a junior high tournament as well down at Pender, and Winnebago Lady Indians play at 9 a.m. in Pender. So if you're not making the trip to Santee, then encourage you to come on out and show some support for the up-and-coming Lady Indians and they're down in Pender. So FYI for y'all out there.
Oh man, and before then that's not all the volleyball that's going. We even have the youth volleyball going on. I know that. You got a grandbaby. My daughter just seeks in the 4th grade division, and Winnebago. Actually, man, the girls. This is what I say. The girls volleyball squads are all pretty decent. I mean, they all have decent records. They're not all powerful and spiking and stuff like that, but they're all pretty decent. But you know why it is? It's because their coaches teach them how to serve. Yeah. And in those leagues over there, because those young ladies are still trying to learn how to pass and still trying to learn how to bump or get the ball over. Yeah. I mean, we could see some real cool volleys now, but more than likely, if you have a good hard serve, they're not going to get it back over. So as long as you have your teammates practicing their good hard serve and making sure they get them over, we can win a lot of games.
Yeah, and then you know the rule on that. If they give you a chance to serve it overhand, you serve it overhand and you miss it, you hit it into the net or you hit it out, then they throw the ball back to you, and then you got to serve underhand. Then if you mess that up, then they rotate out. And then if you serve 5 serves in a row, then they'll rotate you, so you don't have one player serving the whole. So that's how. So they got it like situated for the younger generation.
And that's good. It's just a learning thing, Yeah. And the only thing I can say is fundamentals. Learn those fundamentals. Coaches teach those fundamentals.
Yep. Teach the little ones to go for every ball, because a lot of times if it don't go right to them, they stand there and they watch it.
Yeah, just watch it drop.
Yeah, so they need to go for it and wherever it's at. And the one who's really good at doing that, Paige Buckets.
Yeah,
Paige goes after everything. There's sometimes where, like, if her and Carr are standing next to each other and it goes right by them, Carr's gonna go for it, but Paige goes for it, so Carr will kind of back off. And I mean, it's just like you said, a learning experience. Those girls are just in 5th grade. So,
and another tip is a lot of these young ladies, when they try to pass the ball, if they got to bump that serve, then they kind of shake their hands like, oh yeah, I hurt my hands, like their arms and stuff.
Yeah.
So like a long sleeve shirt, just a thin long sleeve shirt, just something to take away that slap, that little sting.
Yeah.
That's all it takes, and then you can be able to control the ball a little bit better.
Sure.
Just little tips, from back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, Bethany had these real fast. I'm gonna go over a couple of these upcoming games right here. On September 19th, Buff was talking about the junior high volleyball tournament in Bancroft.
That was actually set for tomorrow, or for September 19th.
Oh, but that happened yesterday.
Yeah, but they played it.
Okay, so you actually talked about that already. So that was a good one. So we covered that one. So on the 21st, there's the one in Pendra you was talking about.
Yes.
And then next week it looks like junior high volleyball in Wakefield away on the 24th. Then at Walt Hill on October 1st, junior high volleyball versus Sergeant Bluff on October 3rd.
Home game.
And then the next couple of games are home games. October 10th, Homer comes to town, and then we'll have a rematch of that championship game he was talking about between Winnebago and Bancroft.
You guys got to make sure you guys are there for that. And then the Homer teams too. Their junior high girls were pretty good. And I don't know if their 8th graders from last year went. I mean, obviously they're in high school now, but their Homer girls are going to be pretty decent. Because just by talent, could tell by their junior high girls last year. So
yeah.
So, but those should be good matchups. Those last two for sure.
And then the high school volleyball has a few games. I'll say the next upcoming games. They play Bancroft. I believe that's tomorrow.
Yep.
Play Bancroft tomorrow in Bancroft. And on the 21st, that tournament, what I was talking about between Bago, Walt Hill, Santee, and Macy is a home tournament. So I would have sent y'all all the way up to Santee.
Disregard those burgers.
Yeah. Hey, disregard those burgers. Matter of fact, we have to hit up our eats. Hit up Ridge.
Yeah, Ridge.
All right. So Saturday, got that tournament, starts at 9 o'clock. That's going to be a good one. Might have to go over there and check that one out. And then next week, Omaha Nation is going to be coming into town. So we're going to have to see Winnebago and Omaha Nation probably play, back-to-back nights or something like that. And then September 26th, Lions Decatur, Tri-County Northeast Triangular at home in Winnebago again. So that's a lot of volleyball action.
It is.
If you guys are interested in volleyball, man, even if you're not, if you got relatives playing, let's get out there and let's show the support. Let's fill those stands. Hey, and we'll talk. Speaking of filling those stands, you remember back in the day when the stands used to be filled, when our nephew David Winget was hooping?
Yep.
We always have stories about that.
Always.
So I think we should have a segment on what he's been doing lately.
Yeah. Well, he graduated, and he graduated down there from Peru State, and I can't remember what his degree he got down there, or what it was, sports science maybe. I can't remember what it was, but anyway, he ended up signing with pro basketball in Portugal. So he took off. Let's see, what's today? 18th. So he took off at the beginning of the month, and he's been over in Portugal. Representing himself, and I don't know what's going on.
As you're talking about it right now, Bethany's got these pictures up right behind you, and she's showing pictures of David over there in Portugal, representing his Nebraska Cornhusker gear right there by the castle. So a few years back, what is it, 2024, like 9 years ago.
Yeah.
He was a sophomore in high school, and him and his brother and their basketball team brought Winnebago their first state championship in how much?
75 years.
75 years.
Yeah.
And so, he's a huge icon here in Winnebago, and a lot of people was praying that he would play professional basketball. And I know the NBA is always everybody's ultimate goal, but his path led him to this right here.
Yeah.
He's still check this off of his bucket list.
Yeah, he's playing professional basketball, y'all.
Yes, indeed.
That little Winnebago boy from Winnebago, Nebraska is over in overseas playing professional basketball. That's
amazing
stuff.
Yeah, it's like a movie, you know.
Yeah,
it is. It's like a movie. So, congratulations to David over there. You know, I know I saw him before he left, though. Before he left Winnebago over to Portugal, I saw him on the biking trails, the walking trails.
Mm-hmm.
He was running. He's out there running every day, you know, getting himself or keeping himself in shape, you know. And he Coach Barrage would open the gym up so he can get into the gym and train.
Yep. He'd be in there with his older brother Christian a lot, and then Christian brings his boys over there and chip off the old block. I mean, DJ, he's gonna be a handful, and then that's Dave's younger brother, and then he's up there. He's getting up there too, and I may be pushing it a little bit here, but we reffed David's games when he was a little boy, and then when he got into 8th grade, and we seen how much taller he was than everybody, and how much more gifted he was, and at that age, advanced at that age. DJ just as gifted. And the thing that's different I see is that DJ can play in the post. He has more post moves than Dave did at that age.
Yeah. At
that age, then he can go outside and shoot threes too.
Yeah.
But it's just like we got ourselves another one coming up. You know, if he gets 6'6", 6'7" like David was, we might be all right. And then Christian's sons.
I was just gonna say then everybody that's around him.
Yep.
Everybody that's around him.
Yep. And then Christian's got another little boy, a younger one that plays up 2 years and then they're all good. They're in the gym doing the same moves that David's doing. David's teaching them things like that. Christian's teaching things, and they're all doing it in the line. And it's just like Winnebago boys basketball we're still right there on the outside looking in. We'll be ready here in the next few years.
Do you want me to scare you a little bit more?
Do it.
So our Warpath basketball season is getting ready to start here. We just sent out messages for training, and at 6:00 tonight, Warpath is having their first skills and fundamentals clinic. And our new 8th grade coach is putting on that clinic. El Capitan.
Who?
Matthew Wingett.
He got the junior. You got that?
Matthew Wingett is coaching our 8th grade. We have 2 8th grade teams, 8A. He's taking our gold division 8th grade team. He's going to put him under his wing this year.
Wow.
And he's putting it in 100%. He's doing clinics.
Warpath or
Warpath?
Okay. So I was thinking the Winnebago for the junior high. That's what I was thinking.
It's all those boys anyway.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he's doing a Warpath because he's going to be doing the practices in the night. He's going to be doing the tournaments and the games on the weekends.
Yeah.
And getting these boys ready for high school.
That's what's up.
And so Christian's going to be right there with him. And so we got a slew of coaches this year that's where you can get these guys ready.
That's what's up.
So think about it. All his little nephews and all their buddies and stuff like that are all coming up. Man, think about that.
I got a question. It's Warpath question. What happened to the big kid that was supposed to be here? The big left-handed kid that was like 6'8". He played with Warpath for a little bit.
Oh, from last year, Chris?
Yeah, whatever happened? I thought he was supposed to be here.
I'm not sure exactly where he went. I just know that his path was taken somewhere else. Because he was supposed to be here, and I'm not gonna ever count Chris out because he has a lot of friends and a lot of kids he met down here, and they all love him, and those relationships he started. Who knows?
Yeah, and it's him making these friendships playing basketball took his path somewhere else. I heard he's out west somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah,
playing.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah, playing some prep school out west, I think.
Yeah, they're only legends, I heard. But yeah, so the Warpath basketball is getting ready to start, and those of you that are on the coaches group messages, we're gonna be starting here pretty soon. So Warpath's gonna be in full strength. First tournament is the weekend right before Halloween.
Okay. What, just gonna be up in Sioux City?
Yep. Okay. Sioux City. There's gonna be like 3 or 4 tournaments in a row.
Yeah.
Plus league play, and
bro, get schedules, man.
Look out for the new uniforms too.
Oh.
So Warpath.
I want a hoodie.
We're getting new uniforms every year because we got a good fundraising regimen, and
good.
And also the parents are 100% bought in.
Well, see, the parents are seeing how well these boys are being coached up. When like I said, when you had them, and how they're coming up like that. And then, man, and so, they're getting in there all 100. Shit, I want me a hoodie, though.
Yeah, well, we'll get hoodies. We'll definitely get hoodies, and they're going to look beautiful. So, but yeah, man, B-Luv, I think we kind of come close to our time, man.
Okay.
And but if there's any other things that you want to like bring up, I know that we said we want to talk about all these other things, and but if you remember, if we missed anything.
No, I don't think we really missed them. We just, give a big shout out to youth sports and on this episode. So, just like I said, if you guys got family or kids or grandkids that are playing in these high school teams and junior high teams and stuff, get out and show some support. They're just like everybody else. You get full gym, loud gym, they get fired up and play harder for you, just like how it is all the time. So you guys get out there and show some support.
Yes, indeed. And we always just try to talk about all things sports. I do got 2 more items to talk about. Trying to make basketball be the last thing we talk about, since it's not actually basketball season yet. But starting, let's see, what does that say up there? Starting October 5th, ladies and gentlemen, all you listeners, now listen, if you have any kids that are kindergarten, 1st or 2nd grade, let me repeat that. If you have any kids, boys or girls, kindergarten, 1st or 2nd grade, starting on October 5th, on that Saturday at 10 o'clock, Warpath is going to be putting on a basketball league for the Pee-wees, kindergarten, 1st and 2nd graders. Okay, so October 5th all the way through November 9th, so it's going to be a 6-week program. And so the contact person for that is going to be my boy Greg Bass III, and you can find him on Facebook. And it doesn't have his actual cell number on here, but it is posted on the Big Voice Facebook page and also the Tribe's Facebook page. And so if you're interested in getting your kid involved, contact Greg about it, and he'll let you know everything about it. Cool. It's a 6-week program, and I think one of the things we're trying to do is we're just trying to find, as early as we can, those kids that have those gifts.
Yep.
Because if they have those gifts early in life, or if the parents want them to learn those fundamentals to see if the kids got the gifts, this is the perfect opportunity for them to come out and see what the kids can do with the little round thing called a basketball.
That's cool. Alyssa Bass, you hear that?
So then another thing here is on the Whirling Thunder Wellness Program's Facebook page, they have information for the girls basketball. So I covered the Warpath boys basketball, but the Whirling Thunder Wellness Center is sponsoring the girls youth basketball, and there's a sign-up flyer on there, and you just got to contact Maxwell Little Walker down at the gym. Maxwell's the new head man down there, and so it says basketball sign-up is the deadline is September 27th, so you have maybe a week. Maybe a week to get your girls signed up. They're also having a 3rd grade boys team. So if you have a 3rd grade boy, go ahead and give Whirling Thunder a call and get your kids signed up. But like I said, the deadline is September 27th at 5 o'clock. So make sure you get in. You can register your kid, and it's a $10 fee. And I know they just want to get a $10 fee in there, or a small fee in there, just to show how the parents are, show how serious the parents are. So the $10 fee, it's not that big of a fee, but just make sure. And they actually have a QR code on here that you can take a picture of, and then it's a real easy registration. You just got to go in there and type your kid's name in, what grade they're in, and click on the waiver. I think that's it.
So, and where are these things that's right there? Are those on? What are those on? Where can you get those?
That little sign up right there.
Yeah.
You can get that on the Big Voice Facebook page. Whirling Thunder has it right there on their Facebook page, and I think they put on the Tribes and the Wind. You just gotta scroll down. That's what it looks like right there, though. So just make sure to go ahead and hit that QR code, sign your kid up.
Cool.
That's it.
Cool.
All right, man. So, hey, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for us tonight on this episode of the Big Voice Sports Talk Show. I enjoyed myself, B-Luv. I think there's gonna be some games in the next couple days. Football, volleyball, cross country meet tomorrow. The kids got weekend volleyball. So we're gonna have a lot to talk about next week.
Yep.
And ladies and gentlemen, I just say thank you for joining us today on this episode. You are listening to 100.9 FM, the Big Voice Sports Talk Show on the Big Voice Radio. This is DJ Coach Q, along with B-Luv is in the house.
B-Luv is out the house now.
I'm out the house too. Let's go.
Peace.